afternoon, everyone. My name is Cornelia Thomas. I'm interviewing my husband, Frederick Thomas. Today is Saturday the 6th, and this is activity for my English class, and we are about to get started with the interview. Okay, I will be calling them Papa, y'all.
Hmm.
Okay, so Papa, the
Yes.
19th Amendment was passed in 1920. It allowed women the rights to vote. Why do you think it took our country so long to allow this?
Well, it took so long because of the fact that there's a certain population, demographic, demographics that did not want other people different from themselves to have any type of power.
Okay. Okay, your next question is the Civil Rights Act in 1964 states it shall be unlawful employment practice of an employee to fail or refuse to hire or discharge any individual of discrimination against any individual respect of the companies because of such individual towards such individual race, color, religion. What? Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, do you think this act is being upheld now today? If not, why? And where are there room for improvement?
On the surface, and when necessary, it can be upheld somewhat, but discrimination is always going to be unfortunately, a part of American society. Um, where can it be improved?
Yeah.
Um, it can only be improved by individuals that have bias, um, somehow being able to change their mind, or being pressured to be accountable for their actions of discrimination.
Okay. Okay. We teach girls that they can have admission, but not too much. To be successful, but not too successful. Or they would threaten men. Authority, they would threaten the men's authority and speaking out. Sorry, y'all. Do you think this kind of culture still exists in the USA?
Yes, somewhat. There's been progress, but there's still, when there's a possibility of certain demographics feeling that there's too much power, too much money, or um, that an individual or a group of individuals have, they're still going to use their power of persuasion to hold down so that people won't be on their level.
Okay. Okay. The next one is okay. According to author and speaker, I don't know this woman's name, Ngozi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, y'all. A feminist can be defined. She is defined as a feminist, a person who believes in social, political, and economical equality of the sexes. Would you consider yourself a femalist? A feminist based on this definition? If not, what do you disagree about?
Do I consider myself a feminist?
That's what it says. A feminist based on this definition. Would you consider this person a feminist?
Oh, would I? Okay, I'm kind of confused a little bit with the question, but I feel that there should be equal rights for all people,
Okay.
no matter what their race, uh, sexual orientation, religious background. Uh, should be equality across the board.
Okay. Okay. Do you think partially in the last couple of years? No, it says, why do you think partially in the last couple of years there has been so many women lead movement? Yeah, that was it.
Uh, people get tired. People get tired of being held down. You know, when the certain demographics, whenever they hold different people down, they're actually losing out on different ideals and perceptions of other people and different ways of doing things. I think it's not just that women have started uh, gaining ideas, or receiving ideas, having ideas. It's the fact that there is a platform now, more or less, for them to express, how they feel and uh, what they feel is right and wrong. And there's more, and particularly like with social media and stuff too, there's more of an avenue to express those type of feelings and thoughts and beliefs.
Okay. Okay. According to this article, this is how much the average American spends on childcare. Naturally, the average cost for a week at child care for one child is $196. And after school setting, the average family pays $214 for 15 hours a week. And hiring a nanny is $556 a week. It's not surprising you consider that the Economic Politics Institution finds that full-time child care for a 4-year-old in the state costs more than public college tuition in at least 23 states. How do you think child care costs relates to gender roles? Or do they?
There's the possibility that where a company, institution, or whatever feel that they can more or less take advantage of the needs uh, that say women mothers have to find a necessary service in order for them to gain employment, do what they need to do. Um, Sometimes they're taken advantage of. I feel it's just like a lot of times going to a mechanic. There's certain people that mechanics or a company would charge a decent rate or give them a break or give them a deal or whatever. But then again, on the other hand, there's another certain group that is pretty much always getting ripped off and taken advantage of, and that's because of they're not the same as or uh, as this one particular group. So, in other words, particularly women being single, which I feel like there's still more women, single mothers, with the father not being in the home, whatever. I think it's getting better, but anyway, this is a necessary part of employment that there's an opportunity for others to take advantage of.
Okay. Okay. The statistics that have become popular that women make 78 cents to a dollar when compared to men. The magazines discuss the proverb provides otherwise. Using the statistics that women make 78 cents on a dollar as evidence of rampant discrimination has been rebuked over and over again. It doesn't that doesn't take into account of a lot of choices that women have and the women have and men make. Education, years of experience and hours works, influence, earnings. If we want to have the fruitful discussion about gender, wages, gaps, we should all we should have it altered. What is your opinion on this? Do you think there's a pay gap exists? Why or why not?
Yes, definitely a pay gap exists. Um, and yes, it needs to be altered. I feel that a person should get paid the same rate if they have the same experience doing the same type of job, production performance. Um, then they should get the equal pay.
Okay. The New Yorkers writes, quoting Arthur Jessa Kaplan, she tells us has become a self-serving bond popularized by CEOs and the beauty company. A fight allows the women to participate of the power for the powerless and the poor. Do you think feminists have become sanitized and actually a brand more than revolutionary movement? Why or why not?
If there's a need for any type of service or product, then somebody's going to find a way to try to fulfill that need. Unfortunately, a lot of times, the person that's trying to fulfill that need, they're have a tendency to be somewhat on the greedy side, and they will take advantage of the other group of people's insecurities. Okay, with the feminist type of movement, even though women are publicly at the forefront, there's still only a certain amount of progress that they're able to accomplish. And it's never going to be at the same level as the mainstream population.
Okay. Okay. According to NPR, out out of 193 countries in the United Nations, only a small handful do not have a national pay leave law. In Geneva, a few South Pacific island nations and the United States, why do you think that the U.S. is one of the few remaining countries in the world does not require employers to offer a paid parental leave?
Because that's excess money that has been that's taken away from the profits.
Okay. What do you think our country can do to address child care costs, paternity leave, and gender equality?
Equality.
Yes.
Um, my best answer would be, to look at every individual, every situation on an equal basis, um, and accept different genders as equals. Um, and that's just a matter of saying, okay, da 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 da. But then again, on the other hand, you have those that say, oh, no, they can't be the same as me.
Mm.
They can't have the same power as me. They can't have the same monetary um, resources, money as me. So it's all a matter of keeping individuals at a certain level, or only letting them reach so high. And there's a cap on that, and you can't reach up here.
Okay, our last question is, in general, of the discussions that we just talked about, where or how or do you think women of today's society progress or has not progressed in the way men have?
It depends on what men you're talking about, what group of men, what demographics of men, and some group of women have definitely progressed, but there's other groups of women that have not. I mean, one thing I have to mention is that a lot of times with certain surveys and questionnaires and everything, there's a main group of idea and people that they have a tendency to be catered to or be asked of, but there's all different groups, that I mean, it's like, questions don't involve them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though publicly, there's groups of women that have progressed, there's groups down here that aren't in the public eye that have not.
Gotcha. So that's the end of our session. Thank you, Bevy, for taking the time out to do this interview.
You're very welcome, yeah.
Okay. Man, I could